And hello everyone. Welcome to another Let's Play. This is Myrokos, and I am still dealing with some back pain as well as dealing with some IRL emergencies, but I managed to get a little quiet time to myself. I thought I'd try going live and maybe try 7.4. Hopefully it's better than Dawn Trail, but I'm not optimistic. I've already detailed why. Just gotta learn to stay hydrated. And, players in queue 15. That's, I guess, somewhat normal, but still kind of low. I think the other day, if memory serves, I was like players in queue 1. So hopefully it's good. And obviously I'm gonna switch to Black Mage. I've been on Pictomancer recently to get a little bit of the Tombstone stuff. The Moogle Tombstone event. I wasn't able to do as many things as I wished. Let me first, can't, ooh, okay, let's see, is there, well, at the very least I can get reduced rates up. Yeah, let's leave it at that. And with that, I've got to turn in my, my old Wondrous Tales. I do not have time to do that this week, sadly. I'm just too tired. Okay, yeah. So there's that. I'm dealing with so much stuff. I don't have time to do Wondrous Tales, as nice as it might be. Can I move some stuff? Or sell some, put some stuff on sale? Just to try to ease up the inventory issue. Yep. Oh, that's not be much, but trying to do what I can. Just trying to ease up my inventory issue. Still got 67. That's why. Somehow I wound up focusing on that. Did I get anything on this? I have 67. And it's got a limb, so it'll be a little bit, just a little bit cheaper. There we go. Things just were taking a while to load in. Excessive petticoats, I already got that one. I don't know why they stopped, Well, I suppose I can always revisit some of this stuff later. MGP is always good. I thought I heard my cat yowling. Yes, she must be elsewhere. Yeah, ooh, Parksley earrings? I don't think I've got that. Oh well. Let me know in the comments or in chat if you're watching live what you think I should get, since I've got 67. Let me see, 0749. Is that good enough? No, I don't. No. I don't want to go to Vesper Bay. Well, if I can't do the current dungeon, so be it. I don't think I'll be able to get that far anyway. Just coming up here to repair. I could probably go to the Yolo, but one thing at a time. I like Charlene. Oh no, I don't want to go to Lemsa. No. Ah, Sprightly Sailor. Okay. And save on some gil. Using the ticket. Oh, everyone's here. Okay. The Alexandrians adopted our techniques so quickly that they no longer need our supervision to treat the enthralled. You'd be surprised how many proxy practitioners we've trained now. Angelo, too, has been looking rather proud of his efforts. Where was this back in, base expansion? Like, if we had Alizé with us instead of Wook Lamont, we could have dealt with this so much sooner. I mean, this being the Levin sickness, we compiled a summary of events and submitted our report to Ojika as representatives of the student of Baldesion. Our thoughts and findings will also be shared with the forum. Okay. In less official matters, I am glad to see Kryle find a satisfying end to her personal journey, though it appears her appetite for asking questions has only been sharpened. Okay. I wonder what Otis and Zelenia would think of my becoming the Queen of Alexandria as it is now. Doubtless they would be pleased, yet knowing them also beset by worry. As their memory lives on inside me, so shall I strive to rule as if they advised me still, with a calm heart and a mind open to counsel. It is time we began a thorough investigation of the key and into the key and its capabilities. I have a feeling we'll be calling on your help in that endeavor ere all is said and done. Calyx demonstrated knowledge of both primal summoning and concepts. Discovering such techniques through independent study would be nigh on impossible, so we must assume he had a mentor. But how are we to learn the identity of this beneficent teacher? Hopefully some hint is to be found amongst the remnants of Preservation's works. Okay, so let's get going. With the winds. Alphino has something he wishes to tell you.
Every day, more and more people regain their memories of their lost loved ones. No longer will beings like Calyx be able to manipulate their fear and ignorance as he once did. That being the case, Alizé and I have come to a decision.
We will depart Taral in the coming days. Other nations must be informed about Alexandria, a necessary step to ensure lasting peace. Then, we shall return to Garlemald. Our experiences here should serve us well in the ongoing restoration efforts.
What experiences?
However, one pressing matter remains. Calyx's summoning ritual was tied to a concept of his own creation. Ascian involvement is assured, but we have yet to ascertain the extent of their influence on the Ninth.
I have done what I can to treat the enthralled and those still afflicted with Levin sickness, and may now devote my undivided attention to an investigation.
Then we shall leave this one in your capable hands. Do let us know if you turn anything up.
It's Erenville. My time in Tural is at an end, and so I'm headed to the harbor now. We'll meet again, of that I'm certain. Until then, I wish you safe travels.
Promise you'll look after yourself. You could have let me know in time to see you off. I like that one.
And pull you away from more important business. Perish the thought. Hey! What do you think you're doing?
Sorry to interrupt, but I thought you'd like to know. I've detained the fugitive.
Oh no.
He promises to tell us before he sets sail, only to try and sneak aboard his boat with nary a hug goodbye. Cold bastard. But there's still time before they weigh anchor.
Just when I thought I was
Brat
done with her.
boy. We should make for the harbor ere he wriggles free of Lamachi's grasp.
If we're heading the same way, we might join him on the ship. Good company is always welcome on a long voyage, is it not?
What? Now? I haven't finished packing.
Knowing you, the essentials are already accounted for.
Oh. Fine, if we must. But you're helping pack the rest. And I hope you've decided on a souvenir for use.
I have several ideas as it happens.
Ever aligned in purpose, if not execution.
Lest you wonder, Kryl and I intend to remain here with Y'shtola.
To continue our study of the key, naturally. By all accounts, Preservation's facility promises to yield some answers.
Shale has been conducting a more thorough examination. She may have insights to share. Then why not invite her along to see everyone off? Surely she'd want to be there too.
I am told that Shale is the new leader of Oblivion. There is none better suited to carrying Kakiwa's and Geode's legacy. Eager as ever, our Alphino, I do hope he has thought this through, particularly where his sister's wrath is concerned. She may know full well that no amount of complaint will dissuade him, but that doesn't mean she won't give him an earful. It feels like an age since we last met here, but that's it. Okay. It comforts me to know that some of you will be staying. I would feel rather bereft should you all go at once. Okay. What news, Myrokos? Can't imagine you brought an entourage along simply to say hello. That eager to be on their way, are they? I'll join you. I owe them thanks on behalf of Oblivion, after all. And there I thought you would protest against being parted from your work. While I am curious to see what emerges once every piece of the puzzle's in place, the majority of the files we've unearthed are encrypted. There's little else I can do until the computer is finished with them. Besides, unlike our friends, Containment Complex 1029 isn't going anywhere. In other words, we won't be getting any answers tonight. Afraid not. It's going to be a while yet. What is it with... Get another thing of hurry up and then wait, hurry up and wait, hurry up and wait. What is... This is a consistent pacing issue. It's... The interesting stuff is, well, we gotta wait a bit. Go do this other thing that you may or may not care about. Fine. Fine. Then shall we depart for Tuliolol forthwith? Even Lamachi's strength has its limits. Without further delay then. I have no idea what the item level requirement is for this patch. I didn't have a chance to really do a lot of homestone upgrading or whatnot. Oh, nope. Let's save money where we can. I mean, honestly, there's no benefit. Might as well just run straight down. Yeah, there's Nashu. I have not done Hildebrand at all. I've been largely felt bummed by this expansion. Raha seems preoccupied with a matter of great import. Perhaps he is contemplating a prayer to Limlane for their safe passage. But you know Limlane no longer exists. What sort of tacos should I get on the way back, do you think? The aroma is too tantalizing to ignore. Oh, that? His mind is on his stomach, okay. Despite her protestations, I doubt Elise will keep us waiting long. Wish we had some of this sea breeze inside the dome. We could perhaps simulate it, but there's no substitute for the real thing. Tuliolol is a delight to look upon. They hang patterned cloth where we might use neon, but the city feels no less bright. Alright. Kana and Golulsha weren't able to make it, but both send their regards. Fine. I wish you all would not make such a fuss. I am not fond of emotional partings. At least Alphino and Alice were considerate to inform me of their plans in advance by Linkpearl. Some people we know would have burst out of a crate mid-voyage. In any event, I shall wait here until they finish their preparations. It will be pleasant to have some company on the journey back. Okay, I don't think anybody else has any dialogue. Yeah, nobody's got dialogue. Sometimes they do, but yeah. Not this time. And they kept us waiting so long, it's now daylight.
There they are.
You look well. No lingering effects, then?
Ah, I'm hale as ever. And busy with work.
I imagine there's no shortage of affairs to put in order. Are Kona and Galulja faring well?
Kona is off to survey our nation and its peoples. He wants to consult with local representatives and hear their thoughts on our policies. And Galulja's really taken to his training. I feel like he's been spending more time with the Landsguard than me lately.
Standing here, I cannot help but remember the day of our arrival in Tuliolo. The rite of succession feels so long ago.
Couldn't be farther from me. Really? Oh.
We knew not of what would happen between my father and Zorolja, nor of Alexandria and its queen. It was to aid a naive claimant that you came to Tural. But you've done so much more for me. For the entire nation of Tuliyollal. We owe you a greater debt than we can ever repay. But that doesn't mean we can't try. Whenever you need an ally, we'll stand with you.
Allow me to echo that sentiment. Not only were you kind to me when I awakened a stranger in my own land, you extended your grace to Alexandria again and again. And on behalf of myself and my people, thank you for curing the ailment that for centuries tormented us. I'll look forward to our next visit. I'm sure we'll have exciting stories to share with one another.
Ever since I introduced you to Uklamat, you've faced no end of hardships. Many of them her fault. Yet I feel no remorse, only gratitude. For without your aid, I would not have had the chance to say goodbye. Nor vowed to explore every corner of the world. To see what we haven't seen. Shall we?
Rest assured, upon arriving, we shall make it a priority to visit Tataru and assuage her myriad fears.
I expect the sight of you two will be a balm for her worry-laden heart.
Safe journey, and remember to enjoy it.
Give my regards to Oblivion. And thank you for all you did for my mother.
back soon!
Take care!
That was a proper send-off. Now, time to get back to it.
Duty ever calls for she who loves her realm.
Right. Though, if you need a break, you're always welcome to visit Tulihiola. I'll give you the grand tour. I guess they're really over. Your adventures in Tural. I'll remember our time together for the rest of my days.
Aha! Power resolve spotted! The Landsguard is looking for you. It's sparring time!
Oh, good thing you're here then. Can't miss that.
So let's go already! Everyone's waiting to see the Vow resolve in action!
Sorry, I have to go. Till next time.
And thus do they take to the winds.
To follow their own paths in their hearts, as they should.
Into the mist. Okay. I'm glad I got the chance to see him off. Kakiwa would be glad too. For our many meetings and partings, we have few enough opportunities to properly say our farewells. It was pleasant to take the time for it. That is actually true. Though I delight in companionship, solo journeys too have their appeal. And travel by sea is relaxing. With Alizé and Alphanos spreading word of Alexandria, we shall soon have the chance to establish relations with other nations. I must make ready to treat with their leaders. Nobody else? Okay, let's talk to Cryo. Now it's our turn to take the next step. The question is in what direction, and that is a matter I should like to discuss with you. Okay, yeah, nothing. So let's through the thunder. Oop. Lots of new entries added to the Unending Codex. Kryle has a proposal to make. If I may, I think it prudent to discuss our future plans elsewhere. We are liable to hinder the dockworkers here if we linger. Perhaps the beach would be a more appropriate venue.
beautiful place to roam.
An endless ocean and ever-changing sky. First time I saw them, I couldn't believe my eyes. It was like I was walking among images from our oldest records. And beyond that horizon are more lands and more people. That one I still struggle to imagine.
We ourselves hail from beyond that horizon, in fact. Rather, most of us do. I merely thought I did. Oh, that's right. I can only imagine how it must have felt to learn you're a native of our world. The fact that I wasn't born in the land where I've spent most of my life has taken time to sink in. 'Twas not until I met my parents in living memory that the truth of my origin began to feel real. Your experience is not unlike mine. When first I awoke, the realm everyone spoke of sounded nothing like my own. I had to walk its streets, live and breathe it, before I could accept and embrace my new reality. And for me to embrace mine, I need to learn more about my people, the Milala. We should come upon more information in the course of studying the key, but as Shale's investigation of the containment complex is still ongoing, would you mind if we sought a different avenue of inquiry into the history of the Ninth?
I have no objection. What we learn will deepen our understanding of the broader picture.
Agreed. My curiosity extends well beyond our duty to assess Ascian influence.
Is it just me or does Grahatia's sound off
If it
in
is
the
knowledge
audio?
of the Ninth's past you seek, I have an idea where to begin. Alexandria was originally part of a landmass known as the Mist Continent. This continent had been left in ruins in the wake of the storm surge, with Alexandria the sole nation to survive the devastation.
The calamity of lightning that ravaged the world.
Aye. Per the sources we recovered from the Underkeep, though the conflict between nations was destructive in its own right, it was Levin that dealt the final blow.
No place was spared its fury, and all was chaos in the castle town. We tried to evacuate the people in airships, Otis, the knights and I, but we couldn't save everyone. Those who survived gathered within the barrier, and we took in as many foreign refugees as we could. Yet, despite the dangerous environment, our system showed that there were some few souls who ventured outside the barrier, into the lands beyond.
Beyond? But we thought that was impossible. I was under the impression the star was scoured of life, that man could not survive outside the barrier.
Going by the records, the storm surge extended to every corner of the world. Nothing and nowhere was spared. If anyone did survive out there, it would have been an unimaginable trial.
And yet, those people must have been going somewhere. What if there was a refuge? A place that weathered the storm surge and rebuilt over the intervening 4 centuries.
Given Alexandria's displacement to the source, we had neither cause nor opportunity to survey the remainder of the continent.
Living memory remains physically in the Ninth. If we seek a means of egress, other than the portal connecting it to Alexandria, perhaps it might lead us to the Mist Continent.
Living memory was not transported here despite being atop Everkeep. In which case, it may have been a physically independent space all along.
Meaning, another point of egress could well exist.
And if it does, someone has to be maintaining it. The mechanical soldiers, for instance.
Shall we have a chat with them and see what they know?
If it please your majesty. Will you accompany us? If we do land upon the Mist Continent, I would feel much more assured with you at our side.
Wouldn't miss it for 2 worlds. I would hate to see you obliterated by some lightning beast. Anything for you, just say the word.
As would I. Let us make every effort to ensure none of us suffer such a dreadful fate.
Between the Ascians, the Key, and the Malala, there is much to be learned. Surely we can turn up a clue to one mystery or another. Outside of Alexandria, our knowledge of the Ninth is limited to the storm surge and passing mentions of Lindblom. That being the case, a foray across the Mist continent would be an invaluable opportunity for discovery. Once conditions deteriorate past a certain point, an environment becomes anathema to life, yet man is a resilient creature. If there is a way to survive, he will surely find it. Well, yeah, we know this from the first. The mechanical soldiers won't hesitate to answer their queen. Let us hope they have useful information. Should we run off to the first and inquire with Reen and Gaia about adapting Eden to the Ninth? We already brought light to the 13th to help deal with darkness. Maybe there's something about Eden and the rebalancing of ether on a broader scale than curing tempering. Now that that's settled, I'd best be off. I still need to check for decryption errors periodically, so I can only step away for so long. With luck, I'll have plenty to share next time we meet. Until then. Let the rest of us make ready for potential foray and meet at Laynode Nemo. Okay, Okay, where, here. Sveen has found us a suitable source of information, sparing you that duty for once. Though my mind knows better, I still feel uncomfortable around these mechanical soldiers. The atmosphere is certainly less grim than when I last visited. Welcome to Living Memory, ally to Her Majesty. How may I help you? Okay. Let's get going. This clerk has made itself available to answer our question. Clerk PX0093. If one wished to descend to the surface from here, how would they typically do so? Living Memory is currently detached from Everkeep and is operating independently while supported by its aerial suspension systems. Thus, both lift and laynode-based transit is currently unavailable. I apologize for the inconvenience. Despite its ability to remain aloft, perhaps Living Memory was never intended to function in this state indefinitely. If so, we are out of luck. Not necessarily. Lifts and lay nodes were likely the preferred modes of transportation, but that does not preclude the existence of others. In the event of an emergency, how would we evacuate this facility? Consulting emergency systems. Living Memory's airship remains prepared to deploy should evacuation be necessary. Would Your Majesty like to appropriate it? An airship? Is this the airship that's running around on the track? Right there? Or is that just a car? Yes, please. As soon as possible. I think that's just a car. With Your Majesty's authorization, the vessel can be readied for launch without delay. Allow me a moment to execute the bypass protocols. Though I am nervous about what we may find below, I am glad we found the means to get there. As Queen, I must bear witness to the truth, however terrible. As a thought, now what awaits us below, I wonder. It never occurred to me that there might be an airship here. How fortuitous. With an airship, a large number of Alexandrians could be evacuated at once, regardless of the situation below. An excellent contingency. Safety tests have been successfully completed, setting the Gate of Remembrance as initial destination. The Gate of Remembrance. Vessel is en route. Is that my airship? It was purpose-built for Living Memory. However, it was modeled after the vessel Your Majesty used during the Storm Surge era. A replica. Still, it does me good to see it. I will deploy the gangway for boarding. This way, please. In order to reach the surface, we must pass through the storm clouds. I advise you to brace for turbulence. Let's hope nobody has air sickness. Then again, handle the sea of clouds well, that should be fine. The ward Alize gave me is reacting. Though not to the extent of the 13th, the etheric imbalance here is severe indeed. It does serve to impress upon the marvel of the barrier. The lightning and heritage found is tame by comparison. The land where Levin reigns. Woo. Just and yeah. Okay, the warning scale is truly a godsend for those of us without the blessing of light. Remind me to send my profuse thanks to Vritra and the Hanish alchemists once more. The state of this reflection's ether is more dire than we anticipated. I should be surprised if the Essenes had no hand in the war that wrought this. They almost certainly did. I mean, the thing is, they'd have to recycle through some of the elements to have another calamity. There's a tunnel over there. That crater was once Alexandria? Yep, looks like it. If you would like to return to living memory, it will be my pleasure to run the launch protocols. No, don't need to do that right now, but good to have the option. A sobering sight to say the least, but I shan't turn back now that we've come this far. Beyond the mountains. This has the look of coming up on a dungeon, so... Despite the ominous landscape and persistent echoes of thunder, Kryl is determined to press on. There are no structures, nor any other sign of survivors that I can see. I suspect the crater made this area unsuitable for habitation due to the increased risk of flooding. Then we should look further afield. In which direction do you think we might find a settlement? If we're at the edge of Alexandrian territory now, the closest city would be Treno, should it survive. As a city-state built on a harbor, it was a nexus of trade, and it remained neutral throughout the war. We Alexandrians always felt fortunate to have it in our neighborhood, so to speak. Not unlike our Radzat-Han. Ah yes, Alphanus has spoken of Radzat-Han before. It's near the South Sea Isles, the Milala correct? Funnily enough, it was also Treno where the Milala first found a home in our world. Oh, interesting. Truly. Yes, and though the Milala population elsewhere grew, most continued to feel a strong connection to the city. I'd like to think that some remain there to this day. Clerk PX0093, is the ship capable of taking us to Treno? I shall run a flight simulation for the route to Treno. One moment. Simulation complete. There is a near 100% probability that the ship would suffer catastrophic mechanical failure prior to arrival due to ambient lightning. My apologies. Oh, well, thank you for checking. If we cannot fly, then we shall have to walk. Treno lies beyond the mountains, but there should be routes that spare us having to climb. That cave system, for instance, assuming it hasn't collapsed, let us try there first. Yeah, I had a feeling we'd be going here. And of course it's blocked off, it's just enough to... Of late I've spent much of my time hunched over reports. A brisk trek across wasteland shall make for a refreshing change of pace. Eager though I am to seek new discoveries, the prospect of walking in circles for days on end does not appeal. We are fortunate to have seen. The place where my people first arrived, and I shall soon see it in person. Alright, too far away, gotta get closer. This tunnel appears intact. Though we have no way of knowing what it's like further in. Mind you, stay alert for beasts as well. Given the barren surrounds, they're surely ravenous. And here's the dungeon. Okay, let us check. Ooh, I actually can do it. 735. And I'm 749, easy. So, as tempting as it would be to do duty support, I need to be cautious. I've never really handled new dungeons well. Ah, dang, I didn't get a chance. Oh well. Didn't get a chance to talk to, hopefully this isn't as bad as patch 7.3's dungeon, but yeah. Not bad. Ooh. Whoa. That looks nice. Whoa. This looks like a similar dome thing that we saw in the Alexandria dungeon. Oh! What the heck? Okay, so Dunk should be standing. Watch where those... Okay. Yeah. Dang it. Well, that's the... Okay. Okay, get back here. Overall, I'd say this dungeon is a lot easier to deal with. Wait, oh, there were people there. Just noticed. Then again, I guess we are technically in the city proper. Oh, okay. No, my ley lines. Okay. Oh, just now. Oh dear. just narrowly missed that one. Oh, dang it. That really hurt. Okay. Oh, I'm dead. Yep. There we go. I could just see that. I was dead. Oh, come on. Wait, that was just a little. Although I have to admit, running out of. Oh. Okay, that got it? Okay. No screams, hang on, is there one thing? Alright, with the injured, are we needed to help them heal? I wish that they put those speech bubble texts in the event dialogue, but okay. It was up too fast for me to read.
And the perimeter is clear. Good work, everyone. And a big thank you to our helpers, whoever you are. Now, we have a tiny bit of clearing up ahead of us. You know what to do.
Our helpers, were we being watched?
So, the city endures. And it is in much better shape than expected.
Impressive, considering the destruction without. The people here must have gone to great lengths to maintain all of this.
Their barrier resembles that of Alexandria, though it is smaller in scale. And not quite as effective, if the breach we witnessed is any indication. I fear such incidents may be common here.
Thunderous heavens! It's been years since we've had visitors. am Miaili, the Mayor of Treno. Allow me to welcome you to our city. And thank you for the assistance with our little monster problem just now. Might I ask your name, miss? Though I have an inkling I know it already.
But of course, I am Sphene of Alexandria.
As I thought. It truly beggars belief. I once heard the strangest of reports from one of ours who went to Alexandria, you see. That despite the intervening years, the Queen had not aged a day. And sure enough, I'd swear, you'd stepped out of an old oil portrait mere moments ago. Though you must forgive me if this takes some getting used to. It is an honor to meet you, Your Majesty. I look forward to hearing the tale from your own lips. I imagine it won't be an easy one to tell. But please. What happened to Alexandria?
I see. From your perspective, it must have looked as though we were wiped from the face of the star.
One day, we lost all contact with our people in Alexandria. Scouting parties sent to investigate reported that not only the barrier, but Alexandria itself was gone. Nary a stone to mark where it had stood.
What you must have gone through, not knowing what became of us. But know that Alexandria yet survives, albeit in a distant land. Her and her people. I can tell you the whole tale from beginning to end, but first, might I ask your permission to remain in Treno for a time?
Of course you can. You and your companions have already done us a great service, and are more than welcome to enjoy our hospitality. Now, how about we continue this at Town Hall? We needn't keep standing in the middle of the street.
I shall join them. Even with the precautions we've taken, it remains to be seen if Sphene's condition will remain stable. I suspect, however, that the rest of you would rather be out and about. Consider this my blessing.
In light of our purpose here, the tour of the city is indeed in order.
I presume you have no objection? With your permission, then. But before we go... Allow me to introduce myself as well. I am Cryo, and I hope to learn more of this city and its people. Would it offend if we were to ask a few questions? Perhaps as we work alongside you, aiding you in whatever ways you may require.
You needn't fret. Treno folk are as friendly as they come. As for aid, if you're willing, you might speak with my grandson Lummel. That was his voice you heard earlier. You'll find him serving herbal remedies to the others.
Thank you for your guidance. We shall seek him out first.
Okay, so now we're in Treno. And of course it's basically the map of a dungeon, kind of similar to Endwalker patch content to an extent. Why don't I leave it here? I do need to step away for a good while. I need to start making dinner for someone else. If you liked what you saw at any point, please like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Give me a follow on Twitch. Hit the notification bells. And I guess the next time I resume the stream, it'll be continuing the MSQ. Until then, see you anon, friends.